try X2. So, as you can see, wrong button. So, we have precision rifle on us. Probably need more ammo, but that's alright. As you can see, we made one small change to the mining drone. Multi-purpose drone, I should say. I mean, words, I speaks them. I added a seat. This little slope here is so that I could actually place the seat where I needed to. Because I was moving... I emptied the hydrogen tank using a hydrogen tank attachment. Excuse me, add an inch there. Basically, it's three hydrogen tanks are exactly 10%, give or take, of a try that again. Three small grid size hydrogen tanks are the 10% of a yeah, there we go. Large ship hydrogen tank. Nope. Right, so, what are we doing? Well, like I said last time, we are getting ready to attack an enemy base. And hang on. The game is really loud, and I'm not sure why. Anyway, what I have elected to attack is the G-Corp ground base, which is nearby to the secret weapon research facility. Now, it's... Okay, can we please try not to break this thing, thank you? So, it's not exactly close, but it's also not so far that we'd have to drive for a couple of hours. And I've basically broken down everything except the flooring in the main room, the overhead lighting, and the cargo containers, which I will do before we leave. I did break down the secret in the facility, so all we have to worry about is, so we have quite a lot of components. I also broke down all of the tube robots. That took a lot of effort to grind everything down. So I came in here rather than farther off, because if I come in here, as we get to, say, 1 kilometer, this may in fact send some drones to attack us. And just in case it decides to go after the Rust rover, I have actually added a Gatling turret, which if we can't quite take control of that from this distance, which is kind of sad, but there you go. We can, however, see that it's set. Stop it. Set up to shoot. I'm also going to try not to shoot missiles. So it. No. Let me try that again. So if we go to Gatling turrets, we can see this has a 1.2 kilometer aiming radius, which all large ship blocks do. That was a universal change duck roll made, which I just recently discovered when I plugged in when I went to change the range on the Gatling turret. Now that should mean that if the ground base decides to send some sort of attacker after it, it should successfully shoot it down before it actually gets close. I also moved everything off the top of the rover. I've also extended the Rust rover out 2 more wheels. And now most of the attachments for the multi-purpose drone are now parked on the rear of the ship. The only one I'm really worried about losing at this point in time is the welder, because that contains all of my entire supply of uranium. Which, losing would be bad, but not impossible to survive, because I do have solar panels and can produce solar panels. And if all else fails, I know where there's a couple of medtech research facilities, or the MRE medical facilities that I can acquire solar panels from. Let's see, what else? So, one click out. Yeah. Memory experiment site. That will probably be our next destination after we defeat the ground base. I have completely forgotten the one thing I intended to do, which was bring the items for a seat, because I'm going to try the technique of placing a seat and then using that to shut down power to the base. First we have to get there, though, which is taking a bit longer than I originally anticipated. 1 kilometer is a long distance when you're... well, we're less than a kilometer now, so... yeah, it's long distance when you're drilling underground. So the very last thing you want to do is actually end up banging into the ground. So you can't really go too fast. Let's go downwards some. Because I'm willing to bet that there's quite a lot of turrets here. I haven't actually seen a ground base before, so I'm not quite sure what to expect. I don't want to go too far down because the last section will be drilled by hand.
Facility scanners have picked up a hostile. Dispatch nearby patrols to location.
Alright, 900. So about 950 meters it detects us. Well, that's kind of interesting. We're also quite some distance below ground, so I doubt it will be able to reach us, but let's see if we can get a little deeper. Investigating. You are, of course, welcome to come down here where you think you can get at me. Let's grab the wall hacks, which would be awkward. Why are we rolled like that? I don't know. Are we going to... okay. Well, it still seems to be coming from me. Of course, I'm certain we'll see if it hits the ground. Hasn't yet, which is a good sign. I'm also consciously not cheating. I could... yeah, it's circling overhead. Alright, fair enough. I really wish there were a way to hack into enemy factions, rather than just having to grind down every single individual block. For example, just a computer program that not even a computer program, a script that would slowly but surely once. Alright, try it again. Where you basically you build a programmable block and load the script onto it, and then it will slowly but surely begin turning the base to your faction. Or base. Base, ship, whatever. To your faction. Which would be kind of interesting, especially if you went turrets first. Although, maybe not so much, because then it would be destroying the stuff that you're trying to acquire. But then again, I suppose if it turned it any other way, it would be... just a thought. So, we're far enough away... I think we're far enough away with the Rust Rover that it won't be engaged by the drone. Although, irritatingly, we're farther away from the base than I was hoping we'd be. Yeah, like I said, it's not exactly a fast process. So, since it doesn't seem to be able to get to us, let me cut out here, and when we're within say 200 meters, I will cut back. I will see you. I have just made one minor technical error. I managed to. Oh, the drone needs to be set down gently, and turned off. So I had to come back because the drone ran out of power, and the problem that I had here is that there we go, and we can now drop this. Right. So there's now a very angry drone approaching, and I've discovered through a bit of trial and error. Okay, this thing's crazy recoverable. As long as I don't hit the freaking wheel on my. Okay, can we please? Thank you. Get unhooked. I have discovered one minor flaw in my design. That being that the drone only has half of its Gatlings connected. The raiding gunship only has half of its Gatlings connected, which is understandably an issue. Excuse me, you're the. You know what? Whatever. Give me. Just give me 20 of those. Thank you. I apparently forgot that the way the Gatlings connect. Let's go up. We basically need to hide back here and wait for the Rust Rover to actually attack. The Gatling should be on. Gatling is on. Gatling is on. I actually started back as soon as I realized that it was the Alright, so there's our target. Do we want to try and circle around the mountain? I don't think so. Maybe we do. Because if I... Alright. Ooh. As you can sort of see, why do we not have my targeting lasers on the... Maybe we're too close. No? Okay. Maybe it just doesn't like to have targeting lasers on the heavy armor there. If we fly over here a bit and look at the ground, we should see okay. Don't see any targeting reticles. Whatever. Anyway, we only have the bottom 6 Gatlings, and I don't really have time to set up the upper Gatlings. So what we're going to do is kind of hide over here. I've fought this fight twice before. Things did not go well, and I sort of... well, okay, this is a save scum. I admit it. And the only reason we're saved here... speaking of which, let me save... no, I don't want to save my progress. Let's save this as 8-7. Right. Are you firing yet? You should be. I think it is. Yep. Alright, so that's firing. We'll let that get... So these are only small ship Gatlings on the enemy target. Okay, so he's attacking us, which is mildly problematic.
Drone disarmed and returning for repair.
Oh, no you're not. Okay. You, come to a stop. You, Z, thank you. Don't, no dying. You need to be not in the air. Alright. That's disabled. Cut out his lift thrust here. Actually, let me just slice away some batteries. Yep, yep. Alright, he's gonna fall out of the sky now. That's good, that's good. Why is that good, you might ask? Well, for one, it means that we can now grab the multi-purpose drone and die when we hit our raiding gunship, which survived remarkably well this time. Um, yeah, so it needs a slight redesign. Um, yeah, the drone plummeted out of the sky. We can now take the grinding head and grind that up. I will fix this. I do need to also, I think, rebuild its landing gear, because I think in my haste, I dropped it off. Or I forgot to drop it off this time, like an idiot, and... Nope, 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 I did drop it. I did drop it, which is kind of good. Yes, stuck between the wheels now. I'm not sure I can get it out. Get back to it, but there you go. Yeah, so as soon as I repair this so that all of its Gatlings function, we'll be in good shape. I do feel a little bad about save scumming. So we took a little armor damage. Surprisingly, not as much as I was expecting. Oh, ha! Very funny. The gear locked to the surface of the planet. That's hilarious. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we'll pick you up, and we will go and... Right, let's come up here. And see. I don't know if we how much damage we sustained, because it was pretty firmly trying to kill us rather than the... I'm gonna park this sideways. Oops. That will make working on it a little bit easier. Yeah, again, I'm not entirely sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, I said. 3, 4. Off. Alright. So, we don't appear to have sustained any damage to the Rust Rover, which is kind of a good sign. I need to add more weapons. Definitely have to add more weapons to this. Now, hopefully, I can get the multi-purpose drone out and fly up to the Rust Rover without horrible things happening. Well, I did manage to shut... first time I tried this, I actually succeeded in completing the fight, although the the gunship was a total loss. It landed, actually, but then no longer had lost the right-hand Gatlings, and thus the... Alright, the ability to level out, thank you. Right, just a couple minutes of power, but that should be enough. As soon as we can get this out into the sunlight, it will start to recharge. Or, oh, ow, 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 ow. Sorry, mosquito. It suddenly decided that I had to be delicious. And so... Okay. Enough with the accidentally banging into things, please. I've made this hole big enough. I shouldn't have such a problem. Okay. Okay, we are back out in the sunlight, which means that we can... right. So let's take control, and we will gently set ourselves down. Yes, I know there's a large steel tube shipment there. I know it's moving. Alright, we'll turn one off. Okay, so we're getting hang on. I have a better idea. Grab this and take control. We'll press 1. We will swing it around. And gently set ourselves down. And press 1. And now we're getting 3 bars. That's fine. I still have my face lights on. Right. So we'll grind up that drone and harvest its parts. You know what? While we're at it, let me go grab as many of the parts as I can find right now. Because I know when I ground some of the stuff off, it generated a lot of spare parts on the ground. Okay. None of this is interesting debris. And some of the stuff will have rolled down the hill one way or the other. 'Cause I know motors in particular like to roll madly, and I do believe it did destroy the rear thruster, which is irritating because that's the big thruster, which has lots and lots of components in it. Duckrell's also kind of a jerk. I say this in the nicest possible way. He tends to. Okay. He has a tendency to hide gyros in areas where, as soon as you go to try and access the okay. So, nav program, huh? Can we edit that? Can we? Interesting. Sure. Support. Okay, so this is somebody's script, but I don't know. Will Corell, whoever that is. Role orientation, group changes. Read this. Basically, this allows it to go out and attack me. I'm certain there's. I see the gyro there. Go away, gyro. No one needs your exploding this. And you could just shut up, you. There we go. Take out the timer block, take out the programmable block. Knock out that. I don't actually have to hack batteries in order to suck the power out of them. Wasn't a lot left of this once a big chip Gatling got finished with it, was there? No. Hang on. Let me try that. There we go. Oops. Like that. Right, so what was wrong with my gun chip? Well, as I said, I'm an idiot. What I did was fail to take into account the fact that Gatlings only have ports on one side. And so while I connected them, I only connected them on one stack. Meaning, basically the upper stack was hogging everything, and the lower stack got nothing. Fortunately, that seems... Oh, nuts. Brilliant. Nice work, genius. Can we... we can. Excellent. Right. So, let's try not destroying any more of this. How about that? Yeah, that seems like a brilliant idea. Right. So, basically what we want to do is empty our cargo here. Large steel tubes. I do need some of these. Alright. So what we need to do is get in here and get at the... Alright, you can go away for now. Okay. Deep breath, deep breath. Okay. Yes. Here, just carry that. Nope, you I need, you I don't need. Motors are really, really large for some reason. Go figure. Even though they're basically tiny on the... Fortunately, this is all light armor, so it knocked out one block. Well, that actually worked out pretty well. The heavy armor is going to need some more work to repair. Not exactly sure how it managed to hit light armor, even though it was on the bottom and the back, but... no, not the battery. Come along, Mr. Gyro. I always try very hard to... No! I don't want you just demolished. I want to take out... I want to move the gyro. Right. So what we need is our small conveyors wherever I have put them. Right, one. Rotate you like that. Should have... Yep, there we go. Alright, and... 7, 1... no. Like that. Do you mind?
Tower reports. Convoy arrived safely.
Really? Why must you be like that? Thank you. Alright, so now we can... 7 and put in our... Right. Of course, this leaves us sands. I need motors and metal grids. Gyros, but that's fine, because where I can put gyros is nowhere on the bar, apparently. Gyros can go here, and we can put one, and no. Which way did I place you? Oh, for pit. No, don't do that. Right, I need 7. You. Rotate you. No. Ah! No. Why would I possibly? Right, motors, large steel tubes, and construction components. That I can do. Metal grids, motors, large steel tubes, construction components. Totally doable. Ha! I think I need some more construction components. And can I get... Okay, I can get one metal grid. It's fine. Pretty sure the other one is the one I actually destroyed when I was trying to weld things back together. Yeah, I know. How did I not grab enough motors? Oh, I have motors. It's just being a butt about the grid. Got it. Okay, so up here, complete you. Complete that gyro. 7, 7. There we go. 4 construction components and a large steel tube. Fine, fair enough. Oops. Large steel tube. 1. Ah, no. Construction. Now, you may be watching this and wondering, how on earth can anyone be so bad at this game? Well, you hadn't met me before, had you? That's okay. Most people don't count it. Most people don't count on how just save terminal on off off. There we go. Yep, there we go. Landing claw, raider landing. Okay. So we should inventory be able to now excuse me. Oh, because I don't have any cargo space, I don't think. Right. Now. Don't need you. Don't need you. Don't need you. And surprisingly, do not need you. You. Cannon. Over here. You get to go with all of those, and you can go into that one. There we go. Alright. So, if I'm... Oh, I know why. I know why I can't get through the cargo. Turn batteries on. Go to inventory. A2. Right. So, I have 12 Gatlings. I need 5 more ammo.
Convoy dispatched. Delivery
Yeah.
33380.
Need to... Body? Need to... Right. Give me 5 ammo. There we go. So now, I can manually put 2 in every gun. Alright. Well, I'm going to do that off camera. So, next time we will have our drone recharged, and we will continue with our attempt to assault the enemy ground base. Until then, this has been Space Engineers, Tracks 2. I will see you guys next time. Bye.